Okay, in this video we're going to look at another way of monetizing a blog. This time we're going to be looking at grabbing a searchable widget from Amazon that we can pop into our sidebar on the right hand side or left hand side of our blog. Obviously we've already got our AdSense ads in our content, so what we're doing is putting another option in the sidebar. Okay, so the first thing you need to do is get an account set up with Amazon at Amazon Associates. The URL for that is here. It's http://affiliate-program.amazon.com, and that'll take you to this page where you can simply click on Join Now for free and set up a new account with them as an associate. If you do already have an Amazon Associates account, just pop in your email address and password and log in, and you'll come to the standard page that you can reach when you log in. Okay, the next thing you need to do is click on the Widgets tab at the top here to take you through to the Widgets page so we can decide which widget we're going to use. Now, there are a lot of different widgets here that are suitable for different circumstances. The one I tend to use as a default is the search widget or search box, which is this one down here. Now, it's going to look a bit different to the demonstration or the example shown here because we're going to make some changes to it. We're going to actually use the search box number 2 version. But there are all sorts of widgets that you can add, including a product cloud, which is quite good. A wish list or my favorites, that's a really good one. So if you have a list of products that are relevant to your blog, then you can actually put in a list of them and have that appearing in the sidebar. However, rather than going through all of these and playing around with them, let's scroll back down and click on the search box, add to your web page. And what we'll do now is we don't want the standard search box, we want search 2.0. So click on that and we'll now have a look at the settings that we've got here. There are a few settings that we want to play around with here, and they will depend to a large extent on the theme that you're using for your blog. Okay, let's run through them. First of all, most of the settings at the top here I'm going to leave as they are. So I'm going to leave it as show the drop down menu. I'm going to leave the image there, the price there, but I'm going to add the rating because that's quite a cool little extra. Then select size. What I'm actually going to do is go with custom size, and I want my particular widget to be 250 pixels wide, which allows me to have 2 columns. If you go less than 250 pixels, if I move this across a bit, that way you'll see suddenly it drops down and we can only have 1 column. Okay, so 250 allows us to have 2 columns, which gives us a bit more display, and I'm going to stick with 4 rows. Use a default search term. This is very useful because this is going to make sure that the items popping up here are relevant to your main keyword. Okay, so I'm going to put in home alarm, and that will actually bring up some items that are related to home alarms, specifically home alarm systems. So that's actually really quite cool. It's going to be displaying the right sort of products on Amazon for the people visiting my blog. Okay, then we can play around with the color and design. I'm simply going to choose the default simple one here because that will fit in very nicely with my standard theme that I'm using, a very clean, simple one. But you can play around with these settings here, and you've got the option to customize it, which allows you to change the colors for all sorts of bits and pieces within that widget itself. So feel free to play around with those if you need to get that to suit your particular theme. Okay, once you've got it to the way you want, click on save and give it a name. I'm going to call this search 2.0 home alarms, so I actually know what keyword we're targeting with that. So click on save, click OK, and then simply click on add to my web page to get the code that I want for this widget. Okay, and the option here I want is add to wordpress.org blog, and it will give me the script that I need down in this box at the bottom here. If you put your cursor in there and hit Control A on your keyboard, it will highlight all of that, so you can then hit Control C, or you can just click on the copy button there. I should have spotted that, that's easier to do. So click on the copy button there, close that down, and what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to keep a copy of that in my text file where I'm keeping all my contextual ads. Remember, I set this up originally for my AdSense ads. I'm going to keep my Amazon ads and eventually my eBay ads in here as well, just so that I don't need to go looking for them. I've got them in one place and I can quickly grab them whenever I need them. So I'm going to pop that in there and click on save. Then I can come back to my blog itself and go to the widgets menu, add a new text widget. Somewhere here we'll have a text widget, so I'm going to grab that and pop it into the sidebar. I'm going to paste that code in, and I'm going to say, for the title, I'm going to call it recommended. Oh, if I can spell recommended. Scroll down again and click save. So we've saved that, minimize it, and I'm actually going to put it above my Facebook widget so that it's appearing straight under my posts on the widget, on the sidebar on the blog. Okay, so what we need to do now is go back to our blog, and if we hit refresh it should come up. It may not. I'm actually using Google Chrome here, and yeah, there we go, it's not coming up. What's happening is Google Chrome is automatically caching our web pages to save on internet download time, so it's not actually getting the latest version. So what I'll probably need to do is go to a different page, and there we go. Yep, see, now I've gone to a different page. Google Chrome hasn't got a cache of that, so I had to go and get the updated version. So I'm actually now seeing the widget. Please bear that in mind when you are making changes to your blog and to the sidebar and to things like this. If they don't appear immediately, it could well be your browser cache needs refreshing. One of the simplest ways of doing that is just open another browser. So if you're using Chrome, open Internet Explorer and have a look at it in there, or leave it half an hour and refresh the page, or go to an entirely different page on the blog. Okay, having said that, this is coming up on this page, so we can now see that we've got home alarm targeted products from Amazon appearing in this widget, and there's also a search box so they can actually overwrite that and type something else in that they want to search on, and it will again bring up those products and they can start shopping on Amazon. You'll also notice some of these are quite valuable products, so if they buy any of those, we could make a nice little commission there. Okay, that's how quick and easy it is to grab the search widget from Amazon Associates and pop it onto your blog. So please get that on there as quick as you can in the sidebar so you can start making some money from that. And then move on to the next monetization video. Thanks very much for watching.